Hey guys, what's going on? Alright, so apparently this is the biggest story ever. The Sunspot Observatory. Let me start by saying this is how conspiracy theorists get their names. By making crazy accusations that are unfounded. What's up, Denver? Oh, they've got some really crazy stuff out there, and that's not a conspiracy. What's up? What's up? So conspiracy theorists get their name by seeing a story and taking it and running with it. And just like, oh, well, there's Mercury there. There must be this. Oh, they must have found a planet. They must... Hey, it could be UFOs. Oh my God, it's next to Roswell, New Mexico. We're being invaded by aliens. That all could be very, very plausible in some people's minds. And I did look into it. I didn't jump on it. Well, I mean, I started looking into it on the first day that I found out about it. But instead of just jumping on here and saying, oh my gosh, there was 2 orbs found on the 9th or something. One went this way, one went that way. Could be that, which, you know, that was legit. That really did happen. What are those? I don't know what they were. Is that why the observatory closed? New Mexico, what's up? No, that's not why it closed. Yes, our government relies to us on a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute basis. And so when they do tell us the truth, it's hard to believe them. It honestly is. But in this case, they're telling the truth. There is a security concern. I have confirmed it. I'm not going to go into it because there has been somebody that spoke about it, and that I'm going to leave it up to them to have their name on that. But when it comes to actual national concerns, I'm not going to release that information. It's not anything that we need to be concerned with as normal citizens. It's nothing that, like, oh my gosh, somebody's about to attack us. If it was that, I'd put stuff to the wayside. But it is nothing of our concern. I just wanted to put your mind at ease about that. It is 100% a security concern, a national security concern. And if you have found the other video and watched it, I cannot confirm nor deny what that person said. But, and that's really all it is. There's no aliens, there's no Mercury, there's no crazy anomalies in the sky. I mean, those all do legitimately exist. But when it comes to closing down this Sunspot Observatory, it's just a security concern that needs to be addressed. And the whole world does not need to know about it, because that kind of screws us. If, let's go tell them that we found out about it, you know. That's the reason that we have operational security. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Now, when they come and blatantly lie about stuff and then kill soldiers over it and stuff like that, y'all know I'm the first one that's going to be talking about that, like Extortion 17. I will not confirm nor deny what she put. But, so a lot of these people, I feel, already know that this is the actual truth, and they're just trying to get views by making all these crazy accusations with unfounded evidence, and that's how we all look stupid, and that's how I'm sure, not that censorship should ever be okay, but I think that they will use such things like that in order to censor us, or to distract from what's really going on, like, you know, Idlib, Syria, you know, like we're kind of attacking them and all when Al-Qaeda is there. So apparently now Al-Qaeda is our friends, and we're going to take up for them and just let them roam around instead of allowing Syria to finish them off and get them out of their country, because Nikki Haley is a warmongering psychopath. If you don't believe me, look it up. She is essentially like John McCain. Just the girl version. For real. For real, for real. Hitmen don't need to be so mean. But yes, I mean, seriously, there are legitimate, you know, operational security things that don't need to be publicized to the entire world, to the entire country. Now, when they are using our funds to do nefarious things and lying to us about them, that is fine to be exposed. But when it comes to security of, you know, our military or our infrastructure of any kind, you know, that should be a concern, and that needs to be kept on a confidential basis. Wisconsin, what's up? Is it cold there yet? It seems kind of hot all around. I think that, you know, the geoengineering, they're definitely heating up the place. And I still haven't done my video to, I wanted to, I guess, kind of let Florence kind of go by before I did all of that. But Florence was 100% man-made. And as were most of the hurricanes in the recent past. But Nikki Haley is a globalist. Here's the thing, yeah. She's a neocon, a Ziacon. You know what a Ziacon is? That is a Zionist neocon. That means they do the bidding for Israel, not the United States. And that is almost all of the people that are in our government. It's not America first for almost all of them. It's Israel first. And if you haven't seen, they've even pushed it to a whole new level. Now, if you even speak about Israel in any terms, then they have this whole team on Twitter that they're going to give a list of names of anybody that says anything negative, like about Benjamin Netanyahu or about anything that they're doing wrong, and they're going to attack. They're going to attack people on Twitter. There's an entire video of them talking about doing this. They have a team and everything. Like, let's put it in context like this. Anybody that talks bad about America, we're going to go in and attack them. We're going to, you know, dox them. We're going to do whatever it takes, get them thrown off Twitter. I mean, what? And that's the people that are Congress, almost all of them in Congress. They almost all are dual citizens to Israel. And it's Israel first. That's insane. I mean, it boggles my mind that's okay. If you don't know about any of that, like the Greater Israel Project, there's so much stuff. They essentially want genocide of white people, they just don't even want anything to do with any colored people at all. But the white people are going to be their servants. For real. Like, for real, for real. And I'm not talking about all Jews. Like, that, apparently there's, like, the Orthodox. I'm not going to get into... I'm not a historian. Jake Morphonios can break down the actual, like a lot better than me. Yeah, he does. And that's scary. It honestly scares me. Because that really questions why the only reason that we're attacking Idlib is for Israel. It has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with humanitarian aid at all. Assad is not chemically attacking his people. He's not. I have video of the one that happened right before. Well, not the first one that we bombed, the second one. What was that? At the beginning of this year? And I have footage of, they knew that Assad was out of the country. It's like they didn't really want to kill Assad, but they wanted to make a point. But I have drone footage of all of it, like, not drone footage, the flight paths and all of that, and them telling whatever intel what places they need to bomb and everything, what would be good places to bomb. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that we're going to continue this war forever. The only people that were involved that we know for a fact in 9/11 were our government, Mossad, and a handful of people from Saudi Arabia. But yet we have destabilized Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan. We've tried numerous times to destabilize Venezuela, which is turning really bad for us. Like, whoa, calm down. It's really bad. If y'all don't know, everybody's bragging about how much oil America has, and we're the top exporters of oil. Well, that would be all good and well if we received the oil first. Prior to 2015, the producers of oil in the United States had to sell their oil to the U.S. first, and at cost, okay? And then they could export it after that. Post 2015, it's to the highest bidder. So the American oil companies, which are not American, they're just corporate companies, they're selling to the highest bidder, meaning not to us. They will sell it to whoever and leave us whatever. So what's going on right now is, because of our sanctions on Venezuela, Venezuela is selling their oil to Russia and China and India. They're refining it. We're then buying it from Russia. So we're paying twice the price rather than swallowing our pride and saying, let's lift the sanctions on Venezuela. How come it's good enough for Russia and China and India to do business with Venezuela, but not the U.S.? We really screwed ourselves. Why did Obama put those sanctions in and Trump continued them? He should have pulled those sanctions as soon as he got into office, because they make absolutely no sense. Venezuela is, what you've heard in the media about Venezuela is just not facts. It is all propaganda. Because if they were just a declining piece of crap country, why in the world would Russia and China and India still be loaning them money if they thought that they were a black hole? Would you loan money to a black hole? And by black hole, I mean a piece of crap hole that, like I'm not even going to explain myself. You know what I mean. Whatever. But y'all see where the propaganda is? There's so much propaganda that if you don't dig deeper into a headline, you're not going to know this. And so now we're paying twice the price, or even if it's 30% more, because think about it. They're taking it from Venezuela, which could just come straight up the Gulf, right? Straight up into actually my hometown, where we refine all the oil. And instead, it's going to Russia. Would that be to Russia? And then back to us. So we're still buying Venezuela's oil. I mean, does this make any sense? None. Does anyone remember the Israels? Yeah, I have the arrest record of them, of the Israelis dancing, and those, I have their arrest record. There's a video of them talking about it, and I also have the, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And I'm about to do a very shocking exposure of the connections, the final connections of the Q situation. And it is not pretty. It's quite heartbreaking, actually. And it's gonna really hurt a lot of people. Like, you know, Trump's whole base. But he knows about it. I mean, he knows that it's disgusting. You'll find out in a little bit. Oh, whoa, why is this vibration is on like crazy today. Yeah, anything that you see in the mainstream, usually is just, it's all propaganda. And look at what Nikki Haley said the other day at the UN thing. And then all of a sudden they came out with this stupid article about $52,000 curtains. Yeah, that was a distraction. First of all, no, she should not have $52,000 curtains. I don't care what president was involved and approved those while it was during Obama, but it doesn't matter. That just shows the blatant wastefulness that they do with our tax money. 52,000. You know how much curtains are at JCPenney? They're like 20 bucks. 20 bucks. I mean, really? Nobody needs 52. I mean, that is more than the average American's annual salary. It's almost twice as much as somebody that just joined the military is their entire salary for a year. I mean, I think that when you first join, you make like $24,000 a year, if that. It's like $1,200 a month or something. But she's fine with getting them killed and sending them off. And so I don't feel bad that they did some hit piece on her $52,000 curtains. I don't care. I don't care who was in office when it happened. I mean, that's just insane. And I mean, yes, that's trivial, but can you imagine what else they're paying for? If they're paying $52,000 for curtains, that's how they use our tax money. That's what they do. I don't really think Russia should be our enemy either. It doesn't make sense to have an enemy like that. What? They're really passing that? That is insane. I would fight that. Like, that's exactly how that's all they say. What? Oh, you're anti-Semitic. They'll just throw that out there. And then it's like, oh, we can't touch that subject. Oh my gosh. Do y'all realize only 3% of the U.S. population is Jewish? Yet they own everything? And they control the minds of everybody? When you control the banks, Hollywood, the music industry, the big pharma, the freaking government, agriculture, and you're only 3% of the population, you know, like, this makes no sense to me. They're 3% of our population. 3. And we're being ruled by them. What kind of world is this? Oh, jeez. Sorry, I kind of... Cool. Be Jewish and proud. That's fine. Are you Jewish American? Are you Jewish, like... I mean, like, Michael Savage is Jewish, but he's like, I'm American first. There's a difference. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I mean, do you believe that we should be fighting all the wars of Israel just so they can have more land and kill more people? Some Jewish people don't even realize what's going on in Israel. It's because it's political. It's just like America with politics. We think we know stuff until we actually start digging into it, and it's like, holy crap. Like, these people are all sociopaths. And that's what's crazy. You know, we think that, oh, even our top military leaders, you know, we think that, oh, but the generals are taking care of this. A lot of those generals, admirals, why don't you go look at how they got their stars? Usually it wasn't by doing something good. And usually they're in bed with the military-industrial complex. And most of them go to work for the military-industrial complex when they retire. Conflict of interest? I say yes. I mean, if you're working with Raytheon while they're making your missiles, your drones, well, heck yeah, let's just use as many as possible. Get kickbacks once you retire, because you can't get them while you're in, because that would be illegal unless they're putting it in a different fund. But it happens all the time. Look at, just go look at who runs all these military-industrial complexes. So many of them are former generals, admirals, whatever. It's sad for me to say. It doesn't excite me to say such things. It sucks, but it's the truth. Yeah, that's true. And the Rothschilds are just a hot mess in general. I really hope the U.S. citizens get together and go on the streets. That's exactly what I don't understand. Why aren't we? You know, like, I'm going to use Venezuela again. I mean, they didn't like something that was going on. There's like 2 million of them peacefully protesting in the streets, and the stuff didn't pass. They're like, nope, not happening. But yet they want to call Maduro a dictator when the people go out and say that this is going to happen, and it happens. It's more like we're being ran by a dictatorship. Like, in general, like our government is dictatorship. That's what people say, like, I should run for office, but I'm just like, I don't think I could be around that many scary people. They might just suicide me very, very quickly. I mean, there was that girl, I think was she from South Carolina or North Carolina or something? She's running for office, or she's in office, I don't know, but she had this really mysterious crash just recently, but yet they have the girl in Arizona that's still in office that is fighting for the rights of essentially pedophiles. She said, oh, well, you know, if somebody picks up a prostitute and they happen to be underage, they really shouldn't be charged for that because they're not really underage. I mean, they didn't know how old they were. What? Not only that, she took $35,000 from a human trafficking ring. Conflict of interest, again, of sickness. These people are just sick. They are absolutely sick. Like, they literally all need to just be out. There should be, I mean, I'm not being biased against lawyers, but in general, that just hasn't seemed to work out well for us. So I think we should just have a complete new election, and there should be no lawyers, nobody that's ever been a lobbyist, just American citizens, kind of like a city council, like that. Redo all the elections. They don't care anymore. Yes, exactly. They don't. It's like they say this stuff all out in the open, talking about drinking young blood. This was in Sky News just the other day. Drinking young blood is going to make you look younger. Well, we've been saying that for a long time as a satanic practice to watch out for, and now they're just publishing it like it's just another day. No big deal. Get a vampire facial. Kim Kardashian does. What? What? Like, and people are, they think we're conspiracy theorists. But then it's like this comes out and they're like, oh, but they're just, no, it's not a joke. It's really not a joke. These people are that crazy. And they want you to be, they think it's normal. They roll it out very slowly, just like if you haven't seen my normalization of pedophilia and the other videos that I've made, it is a slow rolling out process. And that's what they've been doing for so many of these narratives and agendas. And then it's like, oh, but this is normal, no big deal. It's not really satanic. It's not, you know, it's okay to sell baby body parts from abortions. It's women's rights. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. And by the way, you know, Planned Parenthood and Margaret Sanger, she was just a complete racist. She just wanted to genocide all the weeds of society. Weeds meaning nobody good, and essentially all minorities. But people don't look into things, and they want to go and on the streets and riot for all this crazy crap, wearing pussy hats and stuff. Like, you look stupid, first of all. Second of all, you don't even know what you're fighting for. Like, it's not left versus right. It is us against them, for real. Like, I mean, yes, left has lost their coconut minds, like, just gone, woo! But the thing is, by attacking them is not going to help us. We're going to have to just deal with them gently and try to bring them to a awakening. And the far right people are like the ones that are warmongers, you know. So just, I don't know. Obviously, I did not plan out this video. I'm just talking. I never plan out anything. But yes. I know. See, it's like, that's why we can't keep anybody good in the government. Because, oh, hey, y'all press thumbs up. Because I'm being very much censored. But, I literally vomited. My friends were ex-CIA. Whoa, what? I was showing the most disturbing stuff of... Yeah. For real? Message me later. Or send me a place where I can message you. Like, with your Twitter or something. Like, y'all, I think we legit are being psyoped in every aspect possible. And the only way to combat it is to unite and not to feed into any of this left-right racist baiting nonsense. Oh, let's boycott Nike. That is the least of our worries. For real. It really is. But I'm going to be back. I have some other stuff to talk about. Obviously, I said that earlier with the Q stuff. And I still want to talk about geoengineering. They project guilt onto... Yeah, they do. That's good, because most of my videos are completely unplanned. They kind of have to be. The censorship, especially since I've talked about Israel, you know, because the ADL kind of runs the show. and YouTube, and I kind of called out YouTube for being racist. If you haven't seen that video, you should see it. Go check out that. It was like 2 videos ago. They sent me a quite racist email the other day, or well, it was a couple months ago, and I was just kind of sitting on it for a little while to see what I was going to do with it. Who's a 33-degree Mason? What up? YouTube was very racist. yeah, it was. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, so, but to keep, you know, seriously, I hate, like, asking people to donate and stuff, or to become a Patreon or whatever, but you can see my numbers. You know, I have 10,000 subs and not even getting the reach of 1,000 people in a video these days because of the truth, because that's what happens when you speak about the truth. I haven't received $1 from YouTube, not one. So if you see ads on my video, I don't know where the money's going, but it's not to me. But that's why I haven't been able, I'm trying to work and stuff like that, but I really enjoy doing this and exposing certain things and whatever. But you can shop any of my stores. My PayPal link is in there, anything. Well, it isn't important, but you do need to live. Like, I don't know, because a lot of these, it really just makes me upset when all these crazy psychotic liars are making literally tens of thousands of dollars on YouTube a month from donations and YouTube and everything, when they're just doing crazy, sick stuff. Some of them are just lying and whatever. I do have a job. Thanks. But I like to do this, and I can't exactly take away from that. Justify it. Yes, exactly. Alright guys, well, I will talk with y'all later. I'll be back later today. So, I will check y'all out. Bye guys.